Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and well, you can see what I'm wearing and you read the title, so I'm pretty sure anyone who's been on this channel for any length of time will know what time it is and what type of video this is. But for those who are new, allow me to explain. So, at the end of every year, I didn't do one last year because of technical difficulties, but again, I'll talk about that in a minute. But at the end of every year, I try to do a yearly reflection video, reflecting on everything that's happened for me personally over the year. So, like a little reflection on everything we've done on the channel, also going a little bit in my personal life of stuff that's happened, obviously not going too personal, but talking a little bit of the stuff that was going on with me off screen as well. So a little reflection on what's happened throughout the whole year, the good, the bad, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is a little yearly reflection. I try to do one of these every year at the end of the year where I'm wearing traditional ceremonial robes. Hang on, I'll give you a quick little look since this is the only time you're going to see it. Yep. I'm wearing my traditional ceremonial robe, so we're doing that again. I'm going to try and do it this time. Like I said, I didn't do one last one. I tried to do one last year, but I had a few technical difficulties. Since then, I think I fixed things. So yeah, in this video, I'm just going to be we're just going to be reflecting on everything that's happened this year. There's a lot to cover since it's been bit of a hectic year, to say the least. So, before we begin, however, let me just quickly say, I've changed the format a little bit. I'm trying to have more definitive formats for these types of things, and I decided to have a new format where I don't date all my videos. Like when it gets to the video section, I'm not going to date any of my videos unless it's a significant series like a Let's Play or a reaction or something like that. So update vlogs and stuff like that, I'm not going to put dates on. I'm going to discuss them as they appear on the channel in order, including the 2 deleted videos, which I'll get into in a minute or eventually. But yeah, I didn't think anyone was going to object against, but I still thought it was worth mentioning anyway. So anyway, I think I've talked about everything I need to. Yep, the new format, not dating any videos unless it's a Let's Play or another series or something. We'll have various topics to talk about in this, going in order. First, we're going through various topics to talk about, then the videos that I've done this year, then the TV, anime, manga section, and game section. Now, obviously, there's a lot to cover. There's a lot happened this year, and obviously, I can't cover everything. So when it comes to games, anime, and stuff, it's not going to be covering every single one. Not necessarily everything that come out this year necessarily. Mainly stuff that I did. Keep in mind, it's a personal yearly reflection for me and the channel personally. So obviously, I can't cover everything, but I am going to try and cover everything I feel has significance to me or significance to the year necessarily. So some things from this year, some things from not that have significance to me. So anyway, without further ado, cue the music. Right, 2020. What can I say about 2020? It was definitely it's definitely an interesting year, to say the least. A lot's happened. Good, a lot bad. I mean, obviously I have to address the elephant in the room eventually, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, firstly, the things to talk about is, like I said before, I didn't do one of these last year because of technical difficulties and stuff with XSplit, but I think I've got that sorted now, as I'm making this video now, and I've not had as many failures as before, so everything seems to check out now. I've talked with XSplit and everything seems to be okay now from what I can tell. Then obviously the pandemic happened, the elephant in the room, I don't want to say it, I mean, I don't know, I don't want to risk saying it. I know a lot of YouTubers have been getting grief from it, but I don't want to risk saying it, so I'm just gonna carry on calling it the virus. But yeah, the virus, the lockdown, the pandemic, everything that happened, it's been kind of crazy. A lot of us have been stuck in our homes for a while, like from March, and it's been kind of crazy. I took a heavy hit at first. I fell into a little bit of depression at first. I was bored of being stuck in all day. I was just watching anime on Netflix and just kind of sleeping the day away at first, but eventually I got better. Eventually I found my motivation and I started doing stuff again. I started recording again. I started trying to keep my mind busy. You know, I had various things to keep my mind active, but yeah, it was a little tricky at first, saying the least. Also, I tried a few new things as well this year. I found a new ramen place, a new Japanese ramen place here in Middlesbrough, which is good, on Borough Road. So I quite like going there every so often. It's not on Just Eat, unfortunately, but I've got a link to the website on my phone, which is nice, and I do quite like ramen. The ramen air bottles are quite difficult to open at times, but it's, you know, it's an experience. It's definitely an experience. But yeah, I tried ramen, I tried marble soda, and I quite enjoyed it. Now, obviously, as an impact of the lockdown and the pandemic and all that, things have been a little bit crazy when it comes to editing videos. For a while, I've not been able to edit things properly because I've not been able to go over and see my editor, and it was a little tricky at first, but I think I found a way around it now. So obviously we can't go and see each other. He's in lockdown, I'm in lockdown. We're having to self-isolate. We still talk to each other through Discord and stuff, but we still need some form of interaction for we still need some form of interaction in terms of that. Communicating to get the videos edited. So what I've done is I've updated I've upgraded my Google Drive, so I'll still be recording. I'm still going to continue recording, and he's going to keep editing. What's going to happen is I'm still going to try and keep up the weekly stuff if I can. So what we're doing now is I'll still record the videos, and then I'll drop in the video in my Google Drive, which he has a link to. He's got connection to it. I'll drop in the Google Drive. I'll tell him what I want through the Discord. I'll give him little hints on what I want and such. That way, and I'll condense the file. Some may be bigger than others, so I'll condense it into a 7-zip and drop it into the Google Drive. Leave that upload for a little while, and then he'll edit it, and then send it back to me through a 7-zip as well. It seems to work. I did get the Google Drive upgrade, so now I've got 100 gigabytes, which should be more than enough, hopefully. Worst comes to worst, if it's still not working, I can just slip the video files into a pen drive, go to his house, and just slip it through the door. Dead simple. It turns out the taxis they have a system where you can leave notes, so I can just tell the taxi to drop me off, so I can pick it up or drop something off and then drop me back here again. Same price. So it's quite nice. It's obviously I'd still prefer the digital system, but if it fails, then I've got a backup plan. So yeah, it's been interesting, all this online stuff I still miss the face-to-face interaction with people. I'm still going to miss that, and hopefully next year it'll be a little bit better, but we've got it for now. It works. It works. We've got it to semi-work for the most part. What else? Okay. Okay, so this is something I want to bring up now because I've been a little unhappy living here. Yes, I think it might be because of the pandemic a little bit, but I've actually been looking at trying to move out for a little while now, for a couple years. I've been wanting to move out for a while now, but I think this pandemic has actually set things in motion. Like I definitely want to start moving out, and I've started making preparations. Like, well, obviously I can't do anything because of the lockdown and such. I still need a social worker, but I'm definitely making some plans. Like I've made a little blueprint of what I'm after here. I'll probably show this in the last video in this place, but I've made a little plan of what I want. If you can see here, the living room is over here. Like I've got little plans here. Like there's the my PC set up here, my console set up here, my coffee table with my laptop here, couch there. So I've got everything planned out. I'll talk more a little about it when that video comes out, obviously, but you know, it's good to plan. It's good to plan ahead, I think. So hopefully in the next year, maybe 2, depending on how this goes, hopefully I'll have my own place by then. Hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But yeah, when that happens, I'm super excited because I'll talk more about that in that video. But this place, while it is nice, I think I'm starting to outgrow it a little bit. You know, I mean, I've got a lot of stuff now, especially like kitchen stuff. So just, you know, I want more space. You know, I want my own living room, my own bathroom, living room, kitchen, etc. I just want my own place. Obviously, with still stuff going in to support me from time to time, since I kind of need that, but I just want my own place, which I'm looking into. I've made plans for it, so hopefully next year we can get it in motion. Hopefully. Obviously, this is always continuing. I'm always improving new graphics and thumbnail designs and YouTube graphics and YouTube skills. I'm always improving that. If you notice in this video, I've updated the thumbnail again for the yearly reflection, and I quite like it now. I think it's going to stay how it is now. I wasn't too sure about the last one, but I think I've got the thumbnail the way I want it now. And to be honest, something I'm going to talk about in a minute has helped me see that. Like, I'll talk about that in a minute, but yeah. I'm always improving my YouTube stuff. I'm always improving my commentary skills, my Let's Plays. I'm always improving my graphics, thumbnails. I'm always improving graphics and such to get better for YouTube down the line. So that's always improving. If I'm not recording something, I'm always improving the commentary skills and all that kind of stuff to improve, which will help me in the long run. Okay, that's another thing I want to talk about. I've been trying a new daily routine. So in case you guys don't know, I've had a bit of a crap routine lately where I basically stay up like till daft o'clock in the morning and then sleep all day, which I'm not too happy with. But it's just, I'm a bit of a night owl, and it's kind of difficult to get out of that. Once you're in a space like that, it's kind of difficult to get out of, but I am trying. So I've tried a new routine, so I'll have my device. I don't want to say a name just in case it goes off, but I've got my device to tell me to go to bed at 12, and then I've got a new alarm over there which will wake me up at 10. I did try 8 at first, but I think 8's a bit much. I've got it to wake me up at 8 for my Monday voluntary job, which is done through my device. Again, I don't want to say its name, but so I've got that to wake me up at 8, and then I've got my normal alarm which gets me up at 10, which still gives me a decent amount of time to do stuff during the day, so I can still record, I can still have decent enough time to do stuff on YouTube, I can have enough time to still be active and stuff, and you know, it's working. So far it's working a bit. You know, it'll take time to get used to, but so far I think it's working so far. So that's good. You know, go to bed at 12, go to bed at midnight, get up at 10 or 8 depending on the day. It'll take some time to get used to. Obviously, being a night owl for most of my life, it'll take some time to get used to, but I think in time I can accept it, you know? So, another thing I want to talk about is, now I know I did the ACE awareness video last year, but I've really been accepting it more. Like, if you can see, I'm wearing more Ace stuff. Like, I've got an Ace wristband, I have a Ace, hang on, let me quickly take that off to show you very, very briefly. I've got that in the background now. Also, I made those two at my voluntary job, which I'm quite proud of. So I made that, which is my YouTube name in Japanese, and then I've got my logo with the reverse Ace flag. I think it should still have the meaning since it's the same colours, just it's in reverse. So it's a reverse Ace flag with my logo on it, which I think is quite nice. So obviously I did announce I was Ace last year, but I'm really starting to embrace it more because I'm wearing more Ace stuff and being more proud about it. Not that I was necessarily shy about it before, but you know, it's a part of me. I'm accepting it. You're like, yeah, I'm asexual. Yeah, what's your problem? You know, I'm just embracing it more. Like, I'm more proud of it. Not that I was shy about it before, but you know, I'm just accepting that it's a part of me now, and I'm being proud about it. I'm not being ashamed of it or anything. Not that I was before, but you know, it's always good to embrace who you are. Obviously, with the lockdown and stuff, a lot of people have been doing stuff doing a lot of work on their homes and stuff, home improvements, which I myself am no exception. I've been doing my room up a bit. I've done a few things, like if you can see, my posters behind me are a bit different now. I had two posters back there before, and I've changed things around a bit. I think it looks a little bit nicer. So my Bleach poster is there now. That was originally on my bathroom door over there. My Doctor Who poster was up there, and now it's over there, or behind that wall. I took down my two Attack on Titan posters just because they kept falling down. I got sick of it, so I don't have them anymore. I think I still do, but I just don't have them. I'm just sick of them falling down. So I've got the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive poster, the Luigi's Mansion 3 poster there, the Xenoblade X Map of Mirror poster there, the Sword Art Online Hollow Realization poster up there, and then my Halo 3 poster up there. I've changed all the posters around. I think it looks a lot nicer back there than it did before. Yeah, I've done a lot of work. A lot of improvements. I've got a lot of old blue tack off, not all of it, mind you, but I think it looks a lot nicer. It's a nicer background, you know? So yeah, I've been doing a lot more improvements. I also changed up my walls here. I've reorganized my notes on the walls. Not that you're going to see it much, but I've organized it a bit better. Like before it was all jumbled and here, there and everywhere, but now it's a little more organized. I know where to look for everything now, so it looks a lot nicer, I think. So yeah, everyone does a lot of work during lockdown. We've got a lot more time for housework and stuff, and I'm no exception. Another thing I've done during the lockdown is I've started setting the stage for the reboot plan. So basically, I've been talking about rebooting my channel for a while, and now I finally set the wheels in motion for that. So I've changed all the thumbnails. I've basically everything that I've changed the thumbnails to the new ones, even for the old videos. I've got the new intro. I've started using the new intro and new graphics and stuff, which I'm having Aragorn do that. In all fairness, I probably should have done that a lot sooner, but again, I didn't think of it. But anyway, we're doing that now. We're using the new intro, the new outro. It looks a lot nicer in my opinion. You know, I was thinking of changing the music too to be One of Us by Mystery Scholars, but in the end, the music I'm using now is just too iconic to change it. Like it's too late to change it now, I think. So, you know, I like it too much. So, yeah, I decided to stick with it, and I am a lot happier with it now. I've changed the channel intro. I've changed the intro, well, not the music. I changed the graphics. I've made more definitive stuff for the channel. More video descriptions stuff are more definitive, so I can just copy and paste it all in. Yeah, I've made a lot of pre-written descriptions, so I can just copy and paste them in. Maybe make a few little additional things at the beginning, but yeah. I've just been working on the channel stuff to be more definitive from this point on, which I think is a lot nicer. So yeah, the wheels are set in motion now for that video and everything. For like everything's set in motion for the reboot plan. Okay, now something that the next thing I want to talk about is something that I've been hoping to do. Wasn't sure how possible it was because me and him have had some bad blood in the past, and I'm really happy that we were able to resolve things. But I've managed to fix things with my dad. Something I've wanted to do for a long time. Me and him have had bad blood between us in the past, but I'm glad to see that he's changed. He's starting to listen to me. Like before, I tried to make things work with him. I tried to help him, but he was just not listening to me. He expected me to drop all of my stuff I was doing. He expected me to drop my YouTube channel, my friends. He expected me to drop everything for him, being dead selfish, but I'm glad to see he's changed. And he's finally listening to me. We're finally being able to work together to make this work. I tried to make it work before, but now he's finally listening to me, and I'm so glad. I am so glad to finally be working with him, to have a good relationship with him, because I did love my dad, I always did, and I was really sad when things didn't work out, because I did miss the old him, and I feel like I'm finally getting the old him back. He's finally starting to listen to me, and you know, we're working like we've set boundaries in place so that you know, when I'm recording, so it doesn't bother me and stuff. And if that does happen, I've set my phone to silent, so it shouldn't bother me anyway. Actually, I was saying that now. Let me just quickly. It should be on silence, but no. Yeah, it's on Do Not Disturb, so it shouldn't bother me anyway. But yeah, that's working out now. So me and my dad are working together to make this relationship work. All bad blood we had between us in the past, we've all put that behind us, and we're working together, which is something I've wanted for a long time. I'm so proud that, you know, like, yes, it's been a crap year for most things, but it's also been a positive year for other things. You know, it's not all been bad. Okay, a few other minor things here. Is obviously I've got new glasses, as you can see, very minor points. I've got a new chair which I like. It's a recliner. It can rock. It can go up and down. It can, you know, I can go down. I can go up with it. I can adjust to any size I want. I can rock with it. I can kind of do this, which is really comfy. Again, I already talked about this in a previous video, but it's a nice chair. And if I lock it in place, I can do it without locking it in place, but it's a bit easier. And I can also recline with it. So that's comfy. But yeah, new chair, new glasses, new chair. Very minor points, but you know, it's to improve the setup in general. Honestly, I didn't like the leather chair, to be honest. This one's a lot more comfier. I don't stick to it as much. It's a lot nicer, I think. So yeah, very minor point, but worth mentioning. Another thing that's worth mentioning that I don't think I mentioned is updates to my console setup. I don't think you can see it from here, but I've given up. I've got rid of my Dreamcast just because I only really got it for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and I've got that on Steam now. Plus, I've got them in definitive states with the Steam and all the mods, so I don't really need the Dreamcast anymore. And I did look through the game library, and most of the Dreamcast games are on the PS1 anyway, which I'm, you know, PS2, like, I mean, I don't have a PS1, nor do I plan to get one, but my PS2 and PS3 can play PS1 games, so, you know, it's probably better off that way, since most of the games on Dreamcast, there weren't many exclusive games that jumped out to me, you know, because I've got Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on Steam in definitive state, so I'm not really bothered about that anymore. And the library, it's not that great since I can get those on PS1 anyway, so it's not really worth keeping, so I decided to give it to my editor Aragorn Draggy Steam, as he's a modder, and like there was between this, here's the 3 people who could have had it. A YouTuber, being me, who's already got the definitive state of the games I want it for anyway, a regular gamer, or a modder. Out of those 3 people, who do you think was going to get more use out of it? Naturally, of course, I was going to pick the modder. I thought, like, out of the 3 of us, I thought he was a better candidate. So I gave it to him, dropped to his, outside his, basically I went to his, dropped it, left it outside the door, obviously because of the whole social distancing thing. I left it right there, and then I jumped back in the taxi and went back. So he has it now. I don't think he's done anything with it just yet, but he's definitely planning to. So yeah, Aragorn now has the Dreamcast, and I hope he makes better use of it than I ever did, because I didn't get much out of it. Let me mention, it is a Japanese Dreamcast, by the way. It's a Japanese Dreamcast that's been modded to play European games. So yeah, that was so yeah. He now has that now. So yeah, I don't have a Dreamcast, but I don't think it's that big of a loss, considering the 2 major games I wanted it for anyway, I've got the better versions for anyway, so I don't think it's that big of a loss, to be honest. The next thing to talk about is honestly a big thing that happened this year. It did technically start last year, but it really took off this year, I think. And that thing to talk about is Unus Honus. Unus Honus ended this year, and it's gone now. The channel's been deleted, but it was a hell of a ride. And you know what? Unus Honus may be gone, but I think it's had a big impact on me. I think it's become a part of me now. And you know what? Unus Honus, I think, helped me understand the format for this type of video. Like, the suit is very, like, my traditional robes is very reminiscent of the suits that Mark and Ethan were wearing in Unus Honus. It's, I've got the white of Mark's suit, the black of Ethan's suit, so it's very reminiscent of that. I mean, it's more of a beige, but still gets to the point. But, yeah, I think it's very reminiscent of the suits they were wearing, so it's quite fitting, actually. So I wasn't sure how to look at this video, but now I think I have a proper way of looking at it. Basically, in a way, this video is in a way like my own Unus Honus, except I'm doing it every year. So this video is kind of like the live stream, except packed to how long I have it for. So in the end, this video is kind of like what I'm doing, like what they did with Unus Honus, except I'm not deleting my channel. It's my way of closing off the year, like what they did for Unus Honus. So, it's a sign-off video for the year. So I think that really helped out with that. I have a better understanding on what to do for this video now, and just, as you can see, I've changed the thumbnail style as well, so which has helped. But yeah, Unus Honus has had a big impact on me, I think, and it was a fun ride. And this year may have sucked because of the quarantine and the self-isolation and virus and stuff, but this year may have sucked, but I feel Unus Honus has made it suck a little bit less. Yes, it sucked, but it made it so that I had something to look forward to every day. So, and a lot of the videos were fun, and I am gonna miss it. I really am. But I was there watching the live stream, the full 12 hours, which I mentioned I did record, but just to test the limits of my recording software, and I now know I can record for at least 12 hours. I don't plan to, but if I do need to record for longer, I know I can, which is good. So yeah, I enjoyed Unus Honus. It was a fun year. And speaking of Unus Honus, actually, look what finally came in the mail yesterday. I finally got my Unus Honus merchandise. So I got my Unus Honus shirt, which Unfortunately, I couldn't get it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it on their official website before it died. Because obviously it was using American currencies, and I'm in the UK, so it was a little complicated. So I looked for a British alternative, which I think I did. It was in pound, and it seems to be using UK sizes as well, because I know American sizes are a bit different from UK sizes, and they seem to fit me quite nicely, so I think it worked out for the better. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it from the Unus Honors website because of complications, and I didn't quite know how American sizes differ to UK sizes, so in the end I managed to get that from a local site, which was quite nice. Whether they're still doing them as well, whether they've died along with Unus Honors, I don't know, but yeah, they're quite nice, and I will probably be wearing them more now. You know, I'm going to start wearing more merch from other people, just as my way of supporting the channels and stuff, even though they're gone. So I'm going to be wearing Ben Phillips's Sorry Bro merch more. I'm going to be wearing those more in videos. So, and obviously I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm thinking of getting a tattoo here, like the Unus Honors tattoo, like somewhere like here. Yeah, probably here. I think that's probably the best place, since I'm wearing a lot of short shirts, and I want it to be on view, just as proof that I was a member of Unus Honors, you know. And even after death, I'm still a loyal, dedicated member. I mean, it's my cult. I joined a cult this year, and I've been in a cult before. Back in school, I was actually in a little school occult club that we used to meet every lunchtime to, just summon, attempt to summon demons and stuff, which, a little cringy now, but this is a cult. Unus Honors is a cult that I am proud to say I was a part of, and it's one that I'm not going to be ashamed if I get that tattoo on me, because it was the once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm proud to say I was a part of it. And that's why I'm getting it tattooed on my arm. I know a lot of people have been doing it to get the attention of Mark and Ethan, and you shouldn't do that, really. If you're going to get a tattoo, it has to have meaning, and Unus Honors does have meaning to me, especially since it's a part of me now. I've integrated Unus Honors into this video, these yearly videos I do. In a way, this video is like my own Unus Honors, just every year, in a way. But yeah, I'm trying to get that, and I'm super happy with those. But yeah, really gonna miss the videos every year. It was super fun. But yeah, it was a fun ride. It was definitely a fun ride. Okay, there's a negative here that I want to, but unfortunately, one of my favourite YouTube cats has passed away this year. Sparta, the main kitty, unfortunately has died. Like, if you've been on YouTube for a while and you've heard of a guy called Corey Mr. Safety, he also has a YouTube channel called The Mean Kitty, where it's about his cats. And I have loved Loki and Sparta shenanigans, and unfortunately Loki died a couple years back, and now Sparta's joined him. Very sad, but it was a fun ride as well, and I'm gonna keep on watching those videos just for memories, But yeah, little sad he's gone, but I'm gonna keep on watching the videos to remember him. Sparta, if you're hearing this, buddy, you touched many hearts, and I will not forget you, or Loki, or Corey, or I will not, I know Corey's still alive and all that, but I will not forget the hearts that you and Loki touch. Rest in peace, buddy. But yeah. Okay, going to a more positive note is something I've been looking forward to for the last 2 years. Every 2 years, Mystery Skulls upload a new animated video, and this year it was The Future. I was looking forward to one of those personally, but The Future was good too. It had so much more lore, and So much to look forward to. I can't wait for the next. I think it's gonna be. Hang on. 20. I think it's gonna be 20 like 2023. I think the next one's gonna be. I think 2 years. But anyway, you know, it's a lot of fun. So good, so much more lore, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. Especially spoilers if you've not seen it. But Mystery got possessed by the ghost that possessed Arthur's arm. So we've got Murder Mystery now. I can't wait to see the next installment. But yeah, that was super exciting. Also, I did get a few new figures from Made in Abyss. I did watch Made in Abyss this year for YouTube. Again, I'll be uploading that eventually once it's done, but it's gonna take a while. But I did, as it's my first anime I finished for YouTube, I decided to get the little figures from like the 3 main characters. So these are my desk ornaments now, and right in front of me I've got Reg, Rico, and Nanachi right there. They were a bit of a pain because, as you can see, I put blue tack on their feet because their heads are a bit heavy, so I've had to put blue tack on them just to keep them in place. Nanachi wasn't a problem, but Rico and Reg definitely. So they've got blue tack on their feet just to stick them in place. I don't want to move them to pick them up just because it was a pain to get them as they were now anyway, but yeah. The nice little figurines, they look nice there, like nice decoration, and yeah. Also, I did get a new phone. I'm not with the Huawei anymore. I do still have it just because I'm still transferring stuff over, but I now have the Red Magic, which is so far not had too many problems, like having problems with music and stuff, but I'll probably resolve it eventually. You know, few little issues, but so far pretty good phone so far. And that takes care of all the major topics that happened. Now we're moving on to the videos I've done this year. Now keep in mind I'm not dating them because I'm not dating them unless it's a significant series, and there haven't been any significant series this year, so I'm just gonna be addressing them as they happened this year. So first of all, there was the Happy 2020 video, where I just showed what I got for Christmas that year, my sign-on video for the year. That was, you know, which, you know, it's normal, it's what I normally do. Then after that, there was the update on thumbnail video, which, you know, update on thumbnails, which was again setting up for the reboot, so yeah, that happened. And then there's the last video I did on Copper. I did not think I'd be bringing them up again. But yeah, last video on Copper saying that they're only going after monetized creators, so it's, you know, I don't have to worry since I don't monetize my content, it's more of a hobby. If it ever comes to an issue, I can just start up a Patreon or something. But yeah, don't have to worry. And then I did a Let's Talk video of me playing Minecraft while I was talking. I should do that again, that was fun. I should play more Minecraft and talk about stuff like that. That was fun. But yeah, I did a little Let's Talk where I answered a few questions I think needed answering, whether you guys were asking them or not. I was just answering a few questions I feel might have generally need to be answered anyway, of my approach on YouTube now going forward. Then there was the audio on my computer where I was having difficulty recording and such, which, you know, it's fixed now, but it was an ordeal. I was going back at XSplits, you know, trying to fix things, and it's fixed now, it seems. I've not had any issues for a while, so it seemed to be fixed. But then after that, that's when the virus stuff really started to kick in March, just after March, where I did my PSA on staying at home, and I did mention it by name, but only in that video just to spread awareness. Then after that, there was the Final Fantasy VII Remake takedown threats, which back then I didn't realize at the time it's just a temporary measure until, you know, just to avoid spoilers. It's probably going to take it down now. as the game's older. So once those threats are no longer a problem, I'm probably going to take that video down. But yeah, not a big deal as what I thought it was going to be now, looking back on it. It was probably going to be a temporary measure anyway. Okay, then it was the second episode of Behind the Scenes with Lucky, where I showed my console setup, my console Let's Play setup, which might have an update of that since I'm using a different system now. But I might wait till I'm in my next place and I've got a better setup for that anyway. But yeah, I'm planning to do more of that eventually. Then obviously the events of me breaking my Wii U gamepad, which I do have a new one now. Again, go back and watch those videos. You can go back and watch all of these videos if you want. I'm not planning to take any of these videos down apart from maybe the Final Fantasy VII remake takedown threats video. Other than that, I'm planning to keep everything up apart from the two I have taken down because of Unus Onus. Again, get to that in a minute. Then after that, I was a little bit inactive on YouTube this year just because of Unus Onus. I had my channel on the back burner for a while. Yeah, did have it on the back burner for a little while just because of Unus Onus, but I did try to keep up the daily stuff. Not daily, weekly stuff as much as I could. You know, did take a little bit of a take back. You know, I did go back a little bit. You know, take a step back a little bit. But yeah, I did a top 10 list of games I don't want to do on the channel, trying to cover as many bases as I could. Then after that, it was the birthday video, and I think that was when I started. It was at this point when I started having the new format, the new intro every video, which is good. So that was a big moment for that. And then obviously I did the update vlog where I was talking about what was going on with Sonic Adventure, and that's when I announced that Sonic Adventure DX had been cancelled and instead I'm doing Sonic Adventure Definitive. Currently me and Argo are working on that. We're still discussing that. I still don't know what's going on in terms of that, as well as the videos I'm doing weekly, but you know, I'll get to that eventually. Then of course the second local lockdown came in at that point, where I just said what was going on in Borough, the local lockdown, such. So yeah, it was only a local lockdown, so not as bad as what we are now. Which is apparently getting lightened for Christmas, which is good, even though I still don't trust Boris. And then after that I did the video where I was abandoning Twitter for Discord because, let's be honest, Twitter's too toxic these days, so I decided better just to focus on Discord because it's too much of a cesspool, you know, it's dead toxic. So I've left Twitter, using only Discord now. If I do use Facebook or Twitter, it's just to get copyright permission for using musics in videos. That's the only reason I'll still use it. Or I'll set an example, which I'm planning to use it for a video upcoming, probably next year now. Actually, no, definitely next year now. So yeah, video talking about where I was abandoning Twitter for Discord. Then after that, the reboot recap, which is again the last video, which where I said everything that was going to happen, which was really setting the stage for the reboot. Like, it's really in motion now, the reboot. Everything's all set in motion now. Then after that, I got the surprise. Of Mad Father getting remade, which I will be redoing as well. I'll be doing videos on that. I'll be doing I have already done a Let's Play of Mad Father, but I'll be redoing that again because of the remake, and I always try to play the most definitive version of the game, so I'll be doing that again. Don't think I'll be doing Misao just yet because I'm waiting for a remake to come out of that. Again, I'll talk more about that in the videos, in the series. So yeah, I did a remake reaction and breakdown and such. So again, you can go back and watch any of these videos if you want. Then there's 2 videos about my chair breaking and getting a new one. and well, as you can see, I got it now. Very minor thing, but you know. And then after that, I did the Halloween special where I was playing the original Mad Father in anticipation for the new one, which it's really good. I'm loving the new one. I wasn't too sure about how I felt at first, but it's really grown on me. So yeah, I did the Halloween special, which had me on edge because this next year I'll record it in the first week of October to properly prepare for it. But yeah, we practically had a gun at our heads at that point, with how close the deadline was. But luckily we made it in time. And then there's the 2 videos on Unus Onus where I was just, you know, saying there's only 6 days left and there's only it's getting deleted tomorrow. So basically at that point I was just, you know, essentially I was doing my part for Unus Onus, announcing the last couple of days, having a graphic on Discord every day saying there's this many days left with links to it. You know, doing my bit to support Unus Onus in its final days. Those videos, which of course have been deleted since, so you cannot see them anymore. Luckily, Unus Onus Mark and Ethan have said they're still allowing channel art, like they're still allowing fan art and stuff. I think they've said they're only taking down full edits, like full videos of Unus Onus that were done. So fan art is still okay, graphic I think is still okay, just as long as we're not uploading full-on videos, which was nice. I was a little worried about that, but so it turns out I didn't need to delete those videos, but I still did it anyway, just, you know, in honor of Unus Onus, you know, respecting it. After that, that's when the national lockdown came to play, and then yeah, the second national lockdown of the UK, which we are in now, but it's getting lightened in time for Christmas, which is nice. And then there's the last update vlog where I was talking about like post Unus Onus stuff, and that's pretty much all the videos I did. Okay, now moving on to TV, anime, and manga. Now again, this is I'm only going on stuff that I've seen, like stuff that either come out this year or have significance to me. So, and considering I've had a lot of time to watch anime this year, so yes. So firstly, Doctor Who season 12. My God, we had a plot twist there with the whole timeless children stuff. Now I can understand everyone's side of the story. Like, yes, it did kind of ruin a bit of the plot that they've had for like over 50 years now. But I was accepting of it. I kind of like it. I kind of like what we did. Yes, it destroys some lore. Like William Hartnell isn't the first Doctor anymore, but I accepted it because yes, it does destroy some lore, but it also fixes a plot hole that we've had since the Tom Baker era. It means that people can pop in as the Doctor, we can have as many Doctors as we want now, in backstories, like as little cameos now, and that's a plot hole. I don't know too much about myself, but I remember Ace Creeper talking about it in his video about it, and I don't know too much about myself as I've still not seen all of the classics, but according to him, it's a plot hole we've had since the Tom Baker era. So yes, I can understand everyone's mad about it, but I accept it. I kind of like what we did, and I accept it. I accept it as canon. I've been very accepting towards it, which, you know, I can understand my opinion probably is very, very controversial here, but I like it. I like what we did. I think it makes sense. So we can have as many Doctors as we want now, and without it being in the main series, you know, filler or whatever. So yeah, it fixes a massive plot hole we've had since the classic days. So my opinion is probably a little controversial, and I'm probably gonna get a few angry comments. Please be civil, by the way. Remember, we're all entitled to our own opinions, so please be civil about it. But that's just my thoughts on it. So yeah, I've also watched, as I mentioned earlier, I've watched Made in Abyss for YouTube. That'll be coming out eventually. So I've watched Made in Abyss season 1. full series on that coming eventually. Demon Slayer Season 1 I've watched. Again, this is all the stuff I've seen on Netflix. Some of these I might go back to for anime reaction series. So Made in Abyss Season 1, Demon Slayer Season 1, Madoka Magica, Beast Stars, Little Witch Academia, an absolute classic, Neon Genesis Evangelion, I hope I'm saying that right, Deadman Wonderland, Angel Beats, BNA Brand New Animal, Dragon Pilot, Blue Exorcist Season 1 and 2 and the movie, Anohana, That Flower We Saw That One Day, A Silent Voice, which had me in tears. That was such a good movie. Seven Deadly Sins Seasons 2 to 4. I'd already seen Season 1 beforehand and now I'm all caught up. My Hero Academia Season 4, Agame Ga Kill, World Trigger, which was an anime I absolutely enjoyed. Apparently it's one of the more less appreciated shonens, but I really enjoyed it and I'm looking forward to Season 2, which I think has been announced. I've seen most of the Ghibli films. I could list them all off, but I'd be here. Like, this video is already going to be long enough as it is, and I don't want to make it unnecessarily long. And then obviously there was, I've now caught up with RWBY season, like volumes 1 to 7. 8 right now is still ongoing. As of right now, I've just watched volume 8, episode 3. I'm not going to say anything due to spoilers in case you've not seen it yet, but man, it is good. I know there's a lot of controversy with RWBY and people thinking that it's lazy writing, that, you know, I don't believe that. I'm loving the series. I'm absolutely loving the series. You know, I really think RWBY gets a lot of unnecessary hate. I think the community is being way too toxic, if I'm honest. I don't like the community. I love the show, but not the community. I think everyone is being way too toxic about it. Like, it's a good series. I'm enjoying it. I don't think there's any lazy writing or anything like that. I can see, you know, a lot of people that say is lazy writing, but I can honestly see the point in it. I can see their perspective on it. Like, okay, spoiler for episode 2 of RWBY Volume 8. If you haven't seen it, then go and watch it now. Oh, wait just a sec. Okay, you're gone? Okay, right, so spoilers for RWBY Volume 8, episode 2. The scene where Oscar got kidnapped by the Hound, the Grim Hound, where Ren, Jean, and everyone weren't doing anything, just watching him. It's not because it was lazy writing or anything. It's because it was trying to capture our reaction to it, like, because they're as surprised as we are as to what's happened to Oscar, and they were paralyzed with fear that they couldn't do anything, and that's the message they were trying to portray, and I think they did a good job with it. So it's not lazy writing, it's just trying, essentially it's trying to put the main cast in the same point of view as us, like trying to relate it to us, which I think they've done a good job. And oh, the scene when Nora sent Weiss flying in the tube. That was, oh, honestly, I was barely laughing for ages after that. I had to pause the episode just to laugh because that was hilarious. But yeah, I don't think it's lazy writing. I think they're doing a good job with it. So I think the community is way too toxic, and RWBY deserves a lot more credit than what it gets. Okay, that takes care of all the anime and shows and stuff. Now, the last thing to talk about is the games. Now, like I said, I'm only talking about games that are either significant to me or significant to the year, and a lot of these games I think came out at a perfect time because it was during the lockdown and everyone stuck at home. I literally think a lot of these games couldn't have come at a better time, you know. It helped us, alongside Unus Honest, it helped us get through the year a lot easier. So, Firstly, there's Persona 5 Royal, which I do have. I've sold my original Persona 5 because I don't need it anymore. Luigi's Mansion 3. Animal Crossing New Horizons, I think, came at a good time. Pokemon Sword and Shield, Half-Life Alyx. We got a new Half-Life game after so long. You know, after the whole joke of Valve not being able to count to free, so we finally got a new Half-Life game, and I'm hoping it gets a normal version, a non-VR version, I'm hoping. And so, hopefully. But yeah. Got a new Half-Life game after all this time, so I'm hoping it gets a normal version so I can add it to my Half-Life saga of Let's Plays. Then, obviously, there was The Last of Us 2, which was a big one. Doom Eternals, Trails of Cold Steel 3 and 4, Xenoblade Definitive Edition, which, as you can see, I have the poster back there. Persona 4 Golden on Steam, which came out of nowhere. That I was not expecting that. Like, I'm still speechless. I mean, yes, I'm glad it happened, but it was something that came out of nowhere, and it's good it happened, and it's good news because it means going forward we might get more Atlas games coming on Steam and maybe even Switch, which would be good. I mean, like I said, I will do Let's Plays of Persona 4 Golden and Portable. I'm hoping, like, it depending on what happens, I might do it on Steam. If it comes out on Switch, I'll probably be doing it on Switch as well. We'll have to see what happens there, but oh my god, I did not see that coming. That literally hit me like a ton of bricks. And then obviously there's the Halo Master Chief Collection on PC, which obviously I wanted to get on Steam anyway because I'm planning to get rid of my Xbox One as soon as all of the Halo games, including Five Guardians, which is not being announced yet. Come on, pull the stick out of your butt, 343. We want all the Halo games on Steam. We want them on Steam. Infinite, which I know is coming. Five Guardians, just for the sake of completion. Just so I can finally have rid of this piece of crap and wash my hands of Xbox completely. But yeah. 343, this is my message to you. Hurry up and pull your head out of your butts and get it together. Because we want all the Halo games on PC. Then after that, it was the Mad Father remake, which I have gotten on Switch. The digital, you know, I've got a few games on Switch. I've also got I've got Mad Father on there, and I've also gotten Deltarune and Undertale. I'll be doing Let's Plays on that eventually. That really hurts. I've got to remember when I do that, I've got rings on now, so it's going to hurt a bit more than before. Ow! My knuckles. And also another thing is the Super Mario 3D All-Stars on Switch, which came out a good time as well. And then finally, Halo 4 on PC, which again is finally putting another nail in the coffin for that, so I can get rid of it and have all the Halo games on Steam. And that takes care of everything relating to that. So now there's just a few last things to say to wrap up 2020 as a whole. Now, 2020, it's been a weird year. It's definitely been a weird year. It's been interesting. It's not exactly the year we wanted. Not the year we wanted, but I think it's the year we needed. You know, it's a reality check. It makes us think just how much we took for granted. You know? We took so much for granted and we didn't even realize it. So, it's not the year we needed. Sorry, it's not the year we wanted, but I think it's the year we needed. You know, put into perspective how much we needed this. So, while it is crap that we were stuck in a house through most of it, I think it's the year we needed to, you know, to take. So we're not going to take for granted, like, because we took so much for granted, like being able to go and see our friends, going to talk to our friends, being out, We took all that for granted, but now we can't. It makes you realise how much you're going to miss it until it's taken away from you. So, it's not the year we wanted, but it's the year we needed, I think. So, and it also makes you think, have you grown through this year? You know, have you grown in this last year? Have you learned anything about yourself? Have you grown as a person? Has this year helped you? Has the lockdown helped you? I hope it has. I hope that you're a better person for it. I hope you've learned something from it. You know, it just teaches you the lesson not to take everything for granted. Enjoy life as it's going on, because you never know what's going to happen. To quote Unus Honus, it's you know, don't take life for granted. Enjoy the moment while you're in it, because, you know, I mean, yes, it's probably going to come back, but like, some things may come back. Like, you know, once obviously we have a vaccine for the virus, everything's probably going to go back to normal. Not everything will, and that's why you got to take it for granted. That's why you've got to enjoy it in the moment, enjoy it while it is, because some things may go back to normal, some things may not though. So, you know, enjoy life to the fullest while it's happening. Don't take it for granted. Life is precious, and you should enjoy it. You should enjoy it in the moment while it's happening. You know. Memento mori. But anyway, that is going to about do it for this video. I've just passed the 1 hour mark, so this is going to be a longer video. But anyway, that's going to about do it for this video. Keep in mind, this is the last video of the year. You can go back and watch any of those videos on the channel if you want, apart from the ones I have deleted, of course, and the ones I will delete, but most of them are going to stay up. So anyway, if you guys have enjoyed if you guys are looking forward to my content in the coming year, since the reboot's going to start up, and hopefully we're going to be able to see, me and Aragorn are going to see each other again, so hopefully we'll have better control on the channel next year, hopefully. So anyway, I've got big plans. I've got lots of Let's Plays planned, other series and stuff. So if you have enjoyed the little content I have posted this year and are looking forward to next, then do leave a like on your way out. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe, join the Discord, follow. I'm still not used to that. So subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, join the Discord, check the sub box on a regular basis, check my channel regularly to make sure you are getting my content. And with all that said, I will see all of you guys in the next video. I will see you guys next year. Until then, stay safe. I know it's a little weird, but try to enjoy your Christmas as best you can. Obviously, enjoy it while it's happening. Don't take life for granted. And I will see all of you guys next year. I will see you guys in 2021. Memento mori.